Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Backgammon is beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. Now I like to call this lesson the lone checker. I'm going to show you a number of positions so you'll see what I mean as we go along. If you do enjoy my free learning content, then please do like and subscribe. And if you want to make a small donation to PayPal, my email is just at the end of this presentation. So without further ado, let's have a look at the first position. So here we have a third roll, and white has a 6-4 to play. So how do you go about making this play? Feel free to pause the video and take a moment to think about it. Now the right move here by a long way is to play 24 to 14. Now, even though green does have the stronger board, having made their 5 point, here, because we have already escaped one checker to the midpoint, our game plan is simply to race because we are up on the pip count. And here, of course, we may get missed. We are not a favourite to be hit. And if we are missed, then of course we have a really good advantage of having escaped all our checkers. So here mobility is really important. Green has made their 5 point. They are going to try to extend even further by making the bar point and the 4 point. And now is a good time to escape, having already escaped one checker. Now let's look at some other positions. So in this one here, also 6-4. White has a 6-4 to play. So take a moment to have a think about it. Now here again, it is completely right to play 24 to 14. Anything else would be a big blunder. Now here, of course, there are other options. We can make the 5 point, for example, in our own home board as white, which would be good and give us the rack formation, the 6-5-4, like green has. We could make the 2 point. There are other plays. But here, because we have already escaped a checker and we are faced with a lone checker, here we simply escape. We are up in the race after the play, and 2s are also duplicated there for green to hit us on the 9 and the 14 point. So here we simply want to get out while we can and not get stuck. So mobility is a key backgammon concept. Often is the case that we leave that checker, the lone checker, back for too long. Green extends a prime, and then we end up in a really bad situation where we can't get it out. We get cubed, we crunch our front position. Bad things can happen. So now is a time to go, even though of course we are leaving shots in return. Let's have a look here where white has a 6-4 to play. So here the decision now is closer, but it is still correct to run that lone back checker, even though this time we are going into a double shot. So 2s and 5s. Now 2 direct numbers is 20, but of course you would also have some other combinations as well that hit us there. So it is more than 20 shots we are leaving. So green would be the favourite to hit us. But of course there are times where green doesn't hit us. And because he is stripped on those 2 points in the outfield, then he would leave lots of shots by hitting us with some numbers. Here, the question to ask yourself is the race is close, and if you don't go now, then when exactly are you planning to go? So after this roll, after making the running play, then we are above in the race and we may not get hit. Of course, there is risk in all aspects of backgammon, but sometimes you simply have to bite the bullet and go and hope you're missed. And you can see that this has almost a 2% more winning chance after making this play. Now, there are, of course, race considerations at work, and it's not always correct to run. So here on the left is a position that we just looked at. However, on the right, where we are down by 7 pips, it's slightly better to stay back for contact and play 13 to 3. But even in the right position there, running 24 to 14 is only a small mistake. So even by being down by 7 pips in the race, running isn't really that bad on the right hand also, which just shows you the importance of mobility and running that lone back checker. Once one checker is escaped, we really want to get the other one out. Let's look here. Now white has a 6-4 to play. Okay, so here again, we play 24 to 14. Anything else is a blunder. And here we are stepping into a triple shot. But notice we are up by 27 pips. And really anything else is pretty poor because we would have to break our mid or break our front position. So here we do not really have much choice. So we run into a triple shot with a lone back checker. So here anything else would be a blunder. And also we can see the impact of board consideration. So notice that on the left it is correct to run, but on the right hand side it's better to play 2 down. And of course on the right hand side the race is slightly closer of only 9 pips. But even running on the right, it is only an error. So here I hope you've seen across the video that when you have one checker back, it is almost always correct to run it if the race is close. And even running into two shots or even a triple shot is often dependent on the race, the pip count, and also board considerations. So thank you so much for watching. See you later. Goodbye.